Think about David for a moment. Do you know that when you see David's life, David didn't wake up one day and say, I think I want to be king. He never woke up one day and said, I'm going to be king of Israel. I got to find a way to become king. Never did. In fact, had you asked David when you first met him what his goal for life was, he probably would have said, well, my goal is to take care of my dad's sheep. He's given me the assignment to be out in the fields taking care of sheep, and I haven't really thought much beyond that. I just want to be the best shepherd that I possibly can be. He was not worried about where his life was taking him because he had the ability, the confidence in God, the trust in God to know that God would get him where he needed to be. Dear one, I want to tell you today that God knows exactly where you are. He knows the address of your life, and He knows how to get you where you need to be in your life if you'll simply follow His will. Now, following the will of God is not just something you do when you're a young person. It's something you do throughout the entirety of your life. If you're 20, you need to be praying, God, may your will be done in my life. If you're 30, you need to be praying, may your will be done in my life. If you're 50, you need to be praying, God, may your will be done in my life. If you're 90, you need to be praying, God, may your will be done in my life. Because if you're not dead, you're not done yet, okay? And God still has a plan and a will for you. And so we get to that place in life that we say, it's not about me, it's about the will of God. And I know if I'm in God's will, I don't have to fret. I don't have to make everything happen. I can trust Him. As the writer of Proverbs gives us in that beautiful passage, if you have not memorized it, I would highly recommend that you do. Trust in the Lord, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your. Where does the trust happen? In your heart, not your mind, your heart. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. He will direct your paths. I know people in this congregation right now that I've known over the years that they've given their lives to God. They've submitted themselves to the will of God, and they ended up in jobs they never dreamed they would have. They ended up in financial businesses that they never even dreamed, they could have never dreamed it up on their own, but because they were in the will of God, God's favor rested upon their life. And I will tell you, the favor of God can open far more doors for you than you will ever open for yourself, okay? So it's being in that place of having a God-inspired sense of vision and purpose for your life. If you and I want to have a patient heart, that's where it starts.